What's up, Chew? Always the first in my chat, brother. Like 99% of the time. Appreciate you, man. Starting a little late. I was over on Thousand Air Radios for the last couple hours. Figured I'd pop in and get myself some watch hours. What up, Nick? What's going on, guys? Nick, what are you up to, bro? I don't know why this thing is special, but apparently it's got a green label because it's a first strike emergency release. Oh yeah, Nick, I was over in a guy's room. $15 a spin. I spent 8 spins and got a bunch of 1 grammers and a 4 ounce silver bar. So quite the score today for Humble over on Whatnot. But you know I'm kind of lucky over there, anyways. I heard you affirm the fact that I'm kind of lucky over there. Like, yeah, you are. I do rather well. I have my losing days, but I do rather well most of the time. I'm ahead, that's for sure. So my money is coming around the corner. I can't wait. Cannot wait to spend money on silver, lots of silver. Because I acquire silver, I'm up to, I got these 3 ounces late last week. I got another 4 ounces coming. I got another 2 more ounces in the mouth. I pick up anywhere between 5 to 10 ounces a week, right? I mean, I do what I can to add to the stack. So, not doing too bad. Uh, Looking to purchase a bunch of silver and then trade it in when the GSR changes. That's why everybody does it. If they're not doing it for that, I don't, you can stack it for the long term, but ultimately, at the end of the day, um, carrying 1,400 ounces of silver is not as easy as carrying 18 ounces of gold. You know what I mean? So I'll take that trade up all day long. Even at a 77% GSR or whatever the case, I mean, that was a good deal. You made out pretty good on that one. Like gold plated Libya I was talking about earlier. That's a good deal. Good deal. Were you in a game, Nick? Or did you buy it off somebody? LCS, hey, even better. Were just simple rounds? Or were they ASCs or what were they, Nick? Because it didn't matter to me. Silver's silver, so I'll buy rounds or ounce or ASCs or whatever. Yeah, no, that's not a bad deal at all. So I'm part of this raid train for tomorrow too. Hi, Tuli. How are you? Tuli's up late chilling. Are you on your way home, Tuli? Two half ounces. Nice. Oh, is that the one you picked up for the Secret Santa, Nick? Oh, it was a good pickup. Tuli, what are you up to? Well, all right then. Probably going to be on for about an hour, Nick. I got to open the shop tomorrow, so to make sure I get some sleep in before I go. Yeehaw! What are you yeehawing about? Give me a second. I step over to the table here really quick. I will be right back. Learned my lesson last time, so I will. All right, sorry, I'm back. So I'm part of this raid train tomorrow, Nick, on Whatnot. Right? I won't be able to do the Sunday one, but I am excited about tomorrow's train. So I'm debating on whether or not what I'm gonna put up. I'm thinking, I'm just not quite sure. Thinking like a 30 spot wheel with 2 hits, one being a gram of gold and one being an ounce of silver. Or maybe I'll just do 2 ounces of silver. A 30 spot wheel, $15, or 30 spot wheel, $10 a spot. I don't know. If I do $10 a spot on a 30 spot wheel, I'll do gold. And I'm thinking blind wheel. I'm not sure. What do you think of the blind wheel, Nick? It does work. I told him about it. It's kind of it's definitely different, right? The reason it works best for the buyer is because you fill all spots, right? Then you don't have to worry about having to end your game on spot 45 when you got 100 spots to fill. This is my favorite silver bar. For just a general plain old silver bar, this is my favorite one. Build your wealth in ounces. Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. You can actually get one of these per household at spot. Only one per household, but you can get one at spot. That's how I got this one. And I paid, you want to know how much I paid for this? I paid $262 roughly after the fee and shipping. So when I picked that up, spot was about $22 an ounce, something like that. I know. I know. Hell, dude, I picked this bar up. This is my most recent bar. I picked this bar up, 5-ounce bar. This bar cost me $211, I think it was. And I still got that at a good deal based on when it was and how much silver is now. And that 4-ounce bar I won today, I'm super excited about that. It's a $100 bill bar. That was a good win. I've got a 1 ounce Canadian Wolf, I think it is, coin on its way, MS70. I picked that up the other day for about $5. Yeah, 4 ounce, $100 bill. 4 ounce, $100 bill. So it's probably about this size, right? It's just not thin; it'll be thick, but yeah, about this size, maybe a little smaller. And there was a couple of gold bags that were rips that were chasers, and I'm glad I didn't keep going to the gold because when he ripped the gold, they were only 1 grain bars, right? And I won one of his 1 grain bars 2 spins behind that, so I won a 1 grain bar already. And then I won the 4 ounce. And the only other big price on there was an ASE. And he sold, it was the last spot. He sold the ASE for like $53. But everybody was going after that 4 ounce bar, dude. And I tagged it right at the end and I tagged it hard. And then after everybody else, the gold rips, because there was a chance for a 5 gram bar in in the gold rips. And there was two of them up. And they were both just 1 grainers. I'm so glad I didn't keep going to try to get to the gold because it wouldn't have paid off. I stopped when I did. I set a limit before I even went on whatnot, and I even went a little over my limit to get to that. But dude, it was a good pickup. It was a good pickup. If you think about how much silver is right now for 4 ounces of silver at $58 an ounce, you're talking $232. I got it for almost $100 less than that. Plus, I got the 1 grain and an ounce of silver for the other 7 spins or 6 spins, or a gram of silver for the other 6 spins. So it was a total win. Yeah, it was a really nice hit. And like I was telling Thousandaire, it's not the best way to acquire metals. However, I am extremely lucky on whatnot in a lot of cases. Like I went into a guy's room, he was doing a 5 ounce blind wheel at $10 a spot with 25 spots, right? This was like a few months ago. So I went on and I bought 9 spots. I paid $90. I won the 5 ounce of silver. It's a numbers game with the blind wheel. The more spots you have, the better chance you have at hitting, right? And if the spots are cheap enough and the game and the chaser is good enough, then I'll go in on up to half to almost the full value on the spots because you're almost a guaranteed win at that point. And if I was going to buy it anyways, I was going to buy it anyways. So if 5 ounces of silver, for instance, is selling for $250, and a guy's got a blind wheel and he's doing them at $10 a spot, and there's 45 spots, I'm going to try to buy 25 spots because it's a numbers game, right? So that almost guarantees me the win, and I win the bar. At that point, I'm at the price that I would have paid anyways. It just really depends. Depends on what I'm willing to do. Because if you only go 2 or 3 spots in, then why just throw the $30 to the win? However, I went 62 spots or $63 in on this, and I got this quarter gram of gold on a blind wheel. That's where I learned about it, was when I won this. And then I went into the other guy's room and he did a blind wheel on that 5 ounce bar. And I'm like, sweet, Biba, how well does that work? And he goes, it works pretty good. And I'm like, cool. That's all it took. I've ran it a few different times. I had one guy try to get try to get a refund. What's up, Jason? How you doing, bro? Try to get a refund because he said, "Oh, you already knew who the winner was," and I'm like, "You can't know who the winner is on a blind wheel. That's why it's called a blind wheel." So yeah. And then his other refund request was said broke, and I'm like, "You weren't broke. You were talking about how much money you make, and you spun anyways. You just didn't win, so you try to get your money back." I actually told him in chat that he was playing hard. I was going to take care of him, but then he put in the request for his money back, so I just sent him whatever he won. What's going on, Jason? How you doing, bro? I panned a bag of Peter from B&B Prospecting yesterday. It was a half-gram bag. I got 0.656 out of it. I got a 0.20 little nugget that I put in there. Well, not a little nugget, but it's a pretty decent sized picker. Put that in with my bigger pieces that I have that are more substantial. And then added the rest of it to this, which is about 0.44. I added to the oval. So the more you add, the faster it grows, right? And of course, I got my grandma gold that I got from Gold Baron when I went down and met him. I traded in my 85 Prospector for it. Some pretty fine gold. He's like, "You can just add it to your other gold." And I'm like, "No, dude, this is Gold Baron gold. You gave it to me the first day I met you. I ain't doing anything with that. If I do anything with it, I'm going to melt it down into a little BB." But I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything with it at all. I mean, but if I'm going to have anybody melt stuff, I'm going to have them melt these two things too, because they're really not. I mean, they're 1/200th, but they're super thin. That was cool to learn about the reeded edges on the pandas, though. Did you hear what Thousand Air said about them? Cartier already has a muffin top set aside for me. You mean like a gold muffin top? Nah, it'd be there's not enough gold. It'd be just a little small little BB. But Cartier has a silver muffin top for me. It's a 1.4 ounces. It's pretty cool. It's got a muffin top on it. He's already got one for me. Cartier, I just have to send a bunch of silver to, and I'm waiting for FG Stacker to send him. I'm waiting for FG Stacker to send over the sea turtle so Cartier can pour it, and then I'll send him a bunch of silver for what he's putting together for me, and some copper. He's making me some shotgun shells, some copper shotgun shells, which I know will sell on Whatnot. You know they'll sell on Whatnot too, like crazy, because unique copper stuff always sells on Whatnot. So I'm gonna have him make me some copper shotgun shells. They're probably gonna be about 5 ounces a piece, and he's gonna make me some silver bullets as well, which sell like crazy on Whatnot also. Yes, it does. I picked this thing up the other day. It's a flowing hair copper round. Check it out. I was telling those guys in chat and showing them this nickel. I don't think they can see a really good shot of it. Check this out. God damn it. What up, Silver Serpents? Yeah, I'll have some actually. They're like 29 grams and 20 grams. AK-47 or 5.56 rounds, and some 45s and some 9s. See that right there? That's what I was talking about, that laminated edge. You can actually put your fingernail underneath it. We're right on, Silver Serpents. I appreciate you stopping by. See the wear on it? Like, I mean, it's just beat up. So I'm not sure it'd be worth a whole lot, but I would definitely send it in and have it looked at. That's a complete lamination error. You would think that, I don't know if it's how exposed it is underneath there, and I don't want to clean it, right? You don't clean U.S. coins like that. It's going to have more value in the state it's in right now. But I like these ones. I mean, copper rounds are so pretty. You know, this is a proof copper round. And it's true. You know what I mean? You flip it over like you would a normal coin. Copper rounds, most of the time you flip them sideways. You know, copper is really pretty. And I've been talking about copper for months. I don't know if you know this or not, Silver, but I've been talking about copper for months. I've been talking about it being possibly the next silver because I think it has that kind of power. I think it could do it. It's just going to take time. Your father brought back from the smelting pot. Oh, that's awesome. You know, and then you get your buffalo. My coolest copper piece. You want to see it? But I have tubes of copper that I've won on Whatnot, so it really hasn't really cost me a whole lot because I don't add it into my stacking thing. It's just a byproduct of losses. So I have tubes of these things. I have a few missing out of this one, but I have tubes of these. Nikki Silver Stacker, what's going on? My favorite copper piece. Fuck you, Bob. Right here. This piece of copper coral. Now I do have FG Stacker making me, which he's already printed. Dude, let me make you blue. I don't know why you're not yet. Give me a second. All right. He's making me, and already did, made me a 3D printed sea turtle. And the Cartier is going to pour it at a silver. And I'm going to put that sea turtle right here in this channel. So it's going to be a silver sea turtle swimming over copper coral. Total art piece. So I can't wait for FG to send that to Cartier so he can pour it. I know. What the hell's his problem? The gun hit the floor. What are the chances? He's been kind of off his game lately. I think he's got. I honestly, I think he knows Ronda's coming. So Silver Serpents, say something in chat so I can make sure you're blue. All right, cool. Of course you're blue, Nikki. So Silver Servants, now you can just click in and out other people's channels, sub them up, do whatever you want to do. Yeah, I was going to go there, but I didn't. Nikki is awesome. He sent me a couple of dog tags that look like this. Totally cool. QR code on the back for the website. Sent me some Silver Stacker bracelets. I've sent a couple of them out. I've got a couple more to send out, which I wear every day. Thought that was cool. Thank you, brother. Again. Yours should be in the mail, Nick. I think you went with your last package, and if it didn't, I'll make sure I get it to you. You already know this, man. Who knows? Maybe Humble Claws will have a present there for you there, Nikki. Which I'm pretty sure you already know Humble Claws will have a present for you. It's just going to be a matter of what it's going to be. So. No problem, brother. I'll support any channel member that does stuff like that. I mean, come on. AAA sent me a whole bag full of swag. Like, I have a grip of AAA stuff. Yeah, so I was given something by somebody recently, and I'm going to re-gift it because it's going to be perfect for what I'm sending you, Nick. So, of course, Nikki. Of course, all day long. So yeah, while they were up, I was talking about all of mine because they're talking about toning silver. I know you are. Just being in channel and live chatting is showing silly. This is my 64. Okay. You can look at it. You can see the wear marks. Right? It doesn't quite cartwheel. I mean, it does a little bit, but not quite as much as you would hope for a 64. And it's a 21. Ugh. Got equal amounts of wear marks. But on the back of this one, it pops. I really want to send this in for grading. I just can't justify spending the money on it. Even though I don't make it a lot more expensive or more valuable, but still. So for almost like $60, it did. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for coming by. You know that. Much love. Appreciate the like. Appreciate you chatting. Coming by, just chilling for a minute. I'm down with that. Thank you, brother. These things retail for like 60 something, like six. Well, they were $60 a couple weeks ago, but now they're like, I thought they were in. I thought I heard they were pretty high. I'll have to check. And I've always liked these bars. I've just never bought one. There's the back on it's pretty cool. On the 62, this one. Well, this one's going to be doing the same thing soon enough. You can see it already starting pretty good. And then you got the 63 right here. Just super toned on the face. And then super shiny on the back. But I like toners. You know I like toners. I'm a big toner fan. Tone silver is my jam. We got silver everywhere though. I didn't realize, like how much silver I actually have when you think about it. You start adding it all up. Like these little 5 gram boxes. They just sit off to the side because I don't display them. They're just sitting there, but they have silver in them. Hey Seven, how you doing? I know, isn't that crazy? I'm glad I got that 4 ounce bar today on the price that I got it for. I got a really good deal. I kind of stole it on a game. The chip queen is correct, and she probably still doesn't have my chip yet. Do you, Seven? I know I gotta get that. You should be having that representation. I thought it would have shown up by now. I'll send you out another one. I have some extras, so you might have 2 of my chips soon enough. But I'll send another one tomorrow. Seven. Saw something else. Sales post, seller's choice, spot one or buyer's choice, spot two, minimum 5 ounce buy. It depends on the game, but I got in at this one at the right time. He had some gold chasers out there too that were ripper ship, and they only had 1 grain golds in them. So I'm glad I stopped when I did, because he was getting low on spins anyways, and those were selling for $1 and go right after I won that last 4 ounce bar. So, but I'm glad I didn't chase that gold because it wasn't worth it. Yeah, 1 grain, and I won a 1 grain. I won a 1 grain 2 spins before that 4 ounce bar. Yeah, that's tiny, tiny. You're right. More of a novelty than anything else, but it is still gold, right? So that was in there. It was like you could win it, or you got the absolute floor, which was a 1 grain bar, right? So I'm glad I didn't chase after that, and I stopped when I did because I paid like 138. 6 more ounces or 6 more grams of gold with it. No, nice. Yeah, you know, gold is gold, right? So it just depends on where you're getting it. I bought a half-gram bag of Peter from Bob for my birthday, and you guys there? Give me a 5x5 if you can hear me. All right, cool. Saying YouTube is crashing. And of course, like always, you guys, nothing I talk about is any kind of financial advice or anything else like that. But I do believe that copper is going to move this year, even more than it has, and I think it's going to move even more next year. Yeah, well, it looked like YouTube crashed. It said YouTube wasn't responding. Because I know it's not my connection. My connection's paid up and lightning fast, and plus I got my phone to back it up if I need to. I'm sorry, Seven. Is it better? All right, Silver Serpents. Yeah, maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. Maybe you guys gotta go out and come back in. I don't know. Hopefully it's better now. YouTube had a problem a second ago and it just gave me a whole bunch of buffering and tried to connect. So it was down for like 15 or 20 seconds. It's okay. Things happen. I'm just glad you're here. I appreciate you stopping by and chilling. I love it when you stop by. Matter of fact, I need to post some more videos. I've got a couple that I've already got planned. I'm thinking I might even make it tonight, edit it, and have it posted tomorrow. It's like an intro to stacking 101. You know, turn your stale savings account into silver. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of wired after being on Thousand Air for a couple of hours. Wanted to come over and get some of my own watch hours going. It was cool that you had me on. Hi, Mandy. Well, you need to do a mail call package opening, man. Do a reveal. You need to do a marathon run. Just slice them all open, start the camera, and start revealing. Add to that stack. You got it there. Might as well show it off. You got pretty silver, bro. Yeah, make a video, man. If you want to make more than one video, it's content. And people are going to watch it. I'll watch it. I know Thousand Air and everybody else will watch it. I know Liberty will watch it. So put it out. Don't tease us. Yeah, well, break her out. Make it happen, Captain. I'm going to do a video on that 4 ounce bar I'm getting. That was a good score. I got another 1 ounce coming. That's a Canadian, I think it's a Wolf. I have to go back and look, but you know, another 1 ounce piece coming. I'm up to about 10 ounces in 7 or 8 days, which is not bad. And then in a couple of weeks, I've got a 40 to 50 ounce purchase coming up. I just don't know if I'm going to mix it up with some bars and some constitutional, or if I'm going to go real heavy on constitutional, but I'm going to get some gold and I want to get a piece of platy. Yeah, so that 4 ounce bar that I won today, that's 4 ounces for this week. I got 3 ounces late last week. I've got an ounce in the mail still. So it would have been 4 and 4 would have been 8 in a 2 week period, which is pretty in line for what my stacking goals were this year. I was 5 ounces of gold and 200 ounces of silver. That's what my stacking goals were this year. I hit the 200 ounces of silver and the gold, so then I moved the silver one up and I beat it again. So it's all gravy at this point. You're close to 1,000, but you only have 1,500 watch hours. 7, why don't you do a live? Why don't you have do a live and have a guest on? Do you want to come onto the Metal Mob? It won't help with your watch hours, but it'll help with your exposure. That's awesome. I got one of those. It's like a Vicambi 10 gram. Here's a vintage peacock bar. Okay, well, just one up me. I'm just kidding. 7, do you want to come on the Metal Mob? You can talk about your stack and, what kind of silver you like to stack and how long you've been stacking. We do a talk show every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Pacific called the Metal Mob. Me, Liberty Bleed Silver, and Cartier Silver. Well, you can test. You can test the waters. You can try to come on, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You're more than welcome. As a matter of fact, you all understand that if you ever want to go live with me and just chill and come up and just let me know and I'll set it up. We'll set up a stream to where we can go live together. You guys are Humble's heroes. I'm gonna have some stickers made up. I'm probably gonna get some Humble's Heroes poker chips. The cutoff is tomorrow at midnight. Midnight on my birthday is when we find out who gets what, who gets who. As a matter of fact, 1 hour away and it is my B day. I know it's my birthday in your time zone, but I am a West Coast boy. But I appreciate that, you guys. Thank you. Thanks, 7. Yeah. So got me some silver. this week, so doing good. Got me some gold this week, so doing good. Got over a half gram placer gold, so in that little 1 grain gold, pretty excited. Oh well, happy birthday, Seven or Silver. You need to get some Cartier, yeah. He uh, he is the man when it comes to pours. He poured this silver shovel for me. And it is spot on. Now the shovel I sent him was too thin, so I had to send him two so he could double them up. He stacked them on top of each other and then poured this for me. He is really good at pouring. Oh, is that what you got for your birthday, bro? That's nice. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I didn't mix it up like that. I was happy about that 4 ounce bar that I got at a discount. So I'll be happy with that because I don't. I like shiny pieces and I have a bunch of shiny pieces, but at the end of the day, it's still just an ounce of silver. And if I can get it on the cheap, I'll get it on the cheap. I'm just like I said, I'm just glad I stopped when I did. Wasn't even a guarantee, but I was wanting to go in a little bit. I did, and I won. So I mean, for a 4 ounce bar, I could have gone up to $200. And he was getting so low on spins, I was bound to hit there pretty quick. So I watched the playback. I saw the room die after that. All right, well, hey, you guys, I will not be on tomorrow. Well, I might be on tomorrow. Just depends on how fast my whatnot show goes. But the others I had fair premium, but not as expensive as first hand dealers. No, that's good. You got it on the low. That's always good, Silver. It's always good to get it as low as possible. And for a lot of your shiny silver, if you're only picking it up for a couple of bucks over spot, you're doing really good. And you've stacked pretty aggressively from when you actually started. So my goals were a little slower at first, and then I strengthened them up a whole lot this last year, and they'll be even stronger for next year. Because my stack is actually my savings. I don't put money into savings. I keep a little bit of money there, but not anything substantial. My stack is my savings. So when I buy gold or I buy this or I buy that, it's because I don't want to spend the money or I don't want to put the money in my savings because I'll eventually spend it on stupid shit instead of actually putting it towards something. And I actually put it towards metals because it not just an investment, but it hinges my money. It moves it from one vehicle to another, and I get that satisfaction of buying something. Oh yeah, I'm 15 years out, Silver. It's all right, Seven. I'm getting ready to crash out. Yeah, dude, that is crazy. Because I've done so. I was stacking when silver was really cheap. I remember when it was $17 an ounce, and even probably before that. But um, I've stacked 3 times. This is my third time stacking. This is my third stack, and this is the one that I've got gold in and the most metals. Good night, Seven. So I'm pretty proud of this stack. I live by myself. I pay a lot of money in child support. I pay all of my bills, and I still buy my kids all the stuff they need. So all the money that I have here in my stack is a lot of sacrifice on my end to make it happen, and so I'm pretty proud of it. It just takes work, bro. It takes work and a schedule. You got to stack on a schedule, and you already have, and so you're doing good. But you got to stack on a schedule. You too, man. You guys have a great night. I'm gonna split. I want to get some food in me, take a shower, and then go to bed. So you guys have a good night. Thank you for coming by. I will see you again. Hopefully, I'll be on tomorrow after the Whatnot show, telling you guys how I did. So I'll see you all later. Thanks for coming by, everybody. I appreciate you all. Silver Serpents, welcome to the Blue Club. You guys have a great night. I'll see you in other chats, you guys, I'm sure. I'll see you all later. Thanks for coming. Night.